Back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
There we go.
Unique New York.
It's been a short break, couple of weeks.
Yeah, I've missed this.
It's been busy though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, yeah, it has.
We have got a lot to talk about.
It is going to be hefty.
What did we do last week? Or the week before?
I actually can't remember.
No,
No, I can't remember. What was it?
I don't remember.
Oh no, yeah. We talked about the struggles. No, the
beef.
The beef.
Oh yeah.
Beef, that was it.
Yeah.
And the game was Gent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good. If you haven't heard it, definitely go back and listen to it.
Yeah.
I think we need to, by the sounds of it.
Yeah. I've slept since then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, we've been busy. Went to Watch Your Sleeps, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was
Nice.
awesome.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Up to date. Got some news. Got some bad news. Bad news first.
Sad day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on, Rob.
We'll do that in a second. Stuff about Cory Taylor and Linkin Park, Parkway Drive, Corn, Deftones. Oh,
Yeah. Just found this
okay.
body spray.
You can have that.
Cool.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
He brought it for you.
Yeah, cheers, mate. Appreciate it.
It's Baby Gates.
Baby Gates.
Baby Gates.
I just don't know.
And a lot of music that we've been listening to over the last 2 weeks.
But at the end of the day, that's why we're here. It's the music.
Yeah.
So
So we got a lot of that to go through. Danny, you went to see Underoath and CKY.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've been to see Watch Your Sleeps. New music. Fucking Blink-182, Paramore, 18 Visions, Motionless In White, Seether, and many more.
all the music.
All the new music. We are going to talk about U-turns on bands. So, who we used to like and now really don't like, and vice versa.
Yeah, see, I naturally thought of ones that I didn't like, but you guys started off on the negative. And
Yeah, I mean, we're all about the negativity.
Yeah,
aren't we?
well, as I said earlier, I don't know whether you heard me. I think once I've decided I don't like someone, I'm not going to change my mind.
yeah, first impression.
That's it forever. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can only get worse.
That's right.
Which
I don't know why I'm hoping it'll get better with you then.
It's too late for that, I think.
Lost cause, mate.
We're way past that. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So and then what's the game this week? What are we doing?
Prog Metal.
Progressive metal.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
I never thought I'd hear him say that about
No.
Prog Metal.
Lots of widdly, I think.
Widdly widdly.
Yeah.
Is that different from bibbly bibbly?
Yeah, I know. We've
Oh, good God.
got this debate again.
Next week.
Doodly woobly.
Wibbly wobbly.
And who's got an all killer? Is it you?
Leask.
Who's got an all killer?
While we're doing this, I'm going to decide which one I'm going to go with. It'll be as much of a surprise to me as it will to you guys.
Oh, okay,
We're
brilliant.
gonna wing it.
Like mine last week.
Cool.
Yeah, except at least I've come prepared, Rob.
Yeah, sure.
I'm just gonna see how this thing's doing. Carol.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's
Right, so
start.
news.
Let's start the bad news, shall we?
I woke up this morning to find out that Chris Cornell was dead. It had been reported online like 9 minutes before I saw it, and I thought it was a hoax at first, and then obviously straight onto Google and was like, oh shit.
Yep.
How sudden, like completely unexpected.
Yeah, that is the thing, because I have Radio 1 at work. It was all over Radio 1.
That surprises me. I've never heard anything by Chris Cornell done on Radio 1 ever.
James Bond theme, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair.
that would have been it, I think. But
Probably. Maybe an audio slave track.
Maybe.
it is incredibly sad. I mean, I've never been a huge fan of Audio Slave or Soundgarden, but they're one of those bands that if they came on, I wouldn't turn them off. Like everything I've heard, I've genuinely enjoyed. I've just never bought any of their stuff or anything like that. So it was a real kick in the balls to see that. Like, it is really sad. And I saw earlier that the police are now investigating it as a suicide.
Yeah,
From that sudden, because they played a show the night before, or that day, was it?
Well, they were booked
they were
in
on
to
tour,
play.
weren't they? Yeah.
It was in
They were on
Detroit.
Yeah.
So
I did see a tweet from Bees, who went out there to go see him for the
He
next
was
show.
going to go see him at a festival, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He'd
And
flown all the way out there.
He got there, and that was the news he came. Well,
He
landed
got off the
to.
plane to, yeah. And he'd been listening to Soundgarden, like
On the way.
on the flight. because he was so hyped to see it.
So he was due to play shows with Soundgarden, am I right? Or was it solo dates, or what was it? Do we know? I think it was Soundgarden.
Yeah, it was.
I think it was.
Some sort of reunion. Like, I feel bad that I'm not well versed enough to really speak about Soundgarden.
Well,
Yeah, well, I mean, look,
Yeah.
this has come literally straight out of the blue. Like,
Yeah.
we weren't expecting to be sitting here discussing
Well, that's what
this
happens.
at all. Well,
Someone dies,
you know.
and you go back and you discover their back catalogue, or you know, people jump. It's a horrible circumstance for people to want to discover someone. You should want to do it whilst people are alive.
Yeah,
But it's sort of how it
absolutely.
goes.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Audio Slave. I think they're great.
Yeah.
They are.
Yeah.
I mean, being a big Rage fan, I was always interested in sort of what those three guys were doing, and it was this new guy as a singer, from my point of view, and it happened to be Chris Cornell, who is awesome. Like, they're really unique talent,
Yeah.
powerful, but
I went
Very
back to some of the
distinct voice.
earlier Soundgarden albums, and they're like, for its time, it's super heavy, but not in a like, not by today's standards, just in a kind of like doomy sort of.
It's
You know,
really,
it's like
really
pioneer grunge.
pioneering for
Yeah.
what it was. I saw,
Yeah.
I can't remember where I read it earlier, but someone had said that what appealed to them about Soundgarden was it sounded like Black Sabbath fronted by Robert Plant.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, I think that's a fantastic analogy, and who isn't going to enjoy that?
Yeah. Well, I think we'll have to. It's a bit early for us to be speaking on it as it's happened literally,
Today.
hours ago. Yeah, so
Yeah.
we'll have to wait and see what happens and maybe come
Yeah.
back to this. But
They are,
yeah,
it's
But yeah.
suicide, aren't they?
yeah,
Yeah,
tributes to Robin already and
They
stuff.
are.
So
They are definitely a tragic loss. Definitely,
Absolutely.
a void, I would say, that can't be filled.
yeah,
Yeah.
such a unique voice. Yeah, well,
So
it's a bit of a
anyway,
shit
we-
note to start
we've-
the day off with.
Yeah.
It is. It's
obviously,
not.
but
It's not a nice note.
let's have a bit.
We've got a bit of audio slave on, as you can hear.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
All right then, let's
There we
go
go.
onwards and upwards then. So.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about Cory Taylor and Linkin Park.
Oh yeah, but what does Cory Taylor think?
What does Cory Taylor think?
Well, it's-
You can apply that question to
Now-
anything.
can I just ask, right? Is this going to be the last time we lift the ban on this band
Probably
before
not.
their
No,
album,
I think we should
before
just-
their album comes out?
is it-
Probably not.
Because I will make myself listen to that just so we can discuss it.
Linkin Park album.
Yeah,
Be shits and giggles, wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah.
It
Well,
was shit.
It's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. All right then. Anyway.
Yeah,
Jeez.
we'll
So
probably-
this basically the first part of the story was Snoop Dogg announced that because he's got an album coming out as well, and if anyone here is going to sit here and hate on Snoop Dogg, I'm going to slap you down because I fucking love Snoop Dogg. But whoop-de-whoop. Yeah, he's opening up for the Linkin Park tour, which is an interesting choice for one.
Yeah.
And then the second part of the story is Chester said in an interview the fans need to get the fuck over Hybrid Theory, basically.
Yeah.
That was
I haven't got
such
the
a
the direct quote in front of
dick
me. but
move.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
he basically said that at the time of writing that album, he was the oldest guy in the band. Who was in his early 20s. He said that was what they were into at the time. That's where they were as people. And now he said, as you said, he just said that the fans need to get the fuck over Hybrid Theory.
Yeah.
Because he's just done with it. It's like, well, no.
It doesn't work like
It's
that.
the reason
does
you're
it?
here. It's the reason that you
It's-
are.
People aren't just going to follow you for that.
No, it doesn't work that way.
I think that album
Have some
is-
goddamn respect.
Yeah, but that album has sort of elevated them to such a level where they do have a bit more freedom nowadays to go on to write that music that they want to.
Yeah.
So they shouldn't be telling people to get the fuck
Yeah,
over
it doesn't
Like,
mean that
it's-
you can be a dick about it just because you've
I
done well,
Don't,
you know.
you
Honestly-
can't expect all the older fans to keep to follow you when you're doing such a different style of music.
So
Right,
the
they'll be on tour
people,
with Justin Bieber now.
the people that got into Linkin Park, I think, through Hybrid Theory, are always going to want to hear something along the lines of Hybrid Theory, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're always going to begrudge them for moving on. You know, and we all know bands change, they get older, they mature, they don't stick to the same sound. But I think just do it gracefully. Do it if you want to do it, fine. But don't go telling people to get the fuck over. Yeah, basically.
How did Cory Taylor respond to this? Because I have read it and I can't remember off the top of my head.
He basically just said you should be thankful for where you are
and what you
and
have.
be careful for what you say, because people are fickle and people will turn their back on you. Because the thing you got to remember,
you should be grateful that people are still coming to see your shows.
Yeah. Because like Hybrid Theory, I'm not a Linkin Park fan anyway, but I could acknowledge that album was fucking massive. It was huge. Mm-hmm. So the way I see it is that there are a lot of people that aren't. It's like a crossover band that aren't into hip hop, that aren't into metal, that picked up that album. The same way you have gamers that don't play video games that just jump on board and buy the Call of Duty when it comes out. It's just like a casual music. But it was that big that it transcended everything. That if they drop an album or a show, they'll be doing arenas straight away.
Yeah.
Whereas all these other bands that are around the era, like the Papa Roaches or whatever, they're not of that status.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got something stuck in my throat.
Yeah, it just seemed
Leask's face.
This is the second time now we've brought something up from Linkin Park where they've been on the attack somewhat, and I just think it points to some sort of insecurity about perhaps what they're doing. They don't maybe feel
comfortable,
100% comfortable with this change. Like deep down, maybe they do feel like they're taking
might have fucked this up.
Yeah, they're taking a huge risk because otherwise, wouldn't they just let the music speak for itself?
They constantly seem like they're having to defend.
Yeah, they're on the defensive. They're trying to defend themselves
by being aggressive towards the people that are saying, "Well, this isn't actually
like any good." Or,
but I like how Cory Taylor's always the other part of this. So this we joked about it. What does Cory Taylor think? Because it's always he responds to some big story.
He's always got an opinion.
He's always
and I think Metal Hammer went through the stage of about 4 or 5 months of just posting the top 10 Cory Taylor this.
I remember that.
And it got to a point where it was like they're definitely trolling now. No, they have to be, because if they're not trolling, they're serious like.
Maybe that's why it nearly finished.
Because
any material they've got is from Cory Taylor.
Because any other article on the Metal Hammer website or Facebook that wasn't Cory Taylor related, people in the comments were just going, "Well, what does Cory Taylor think?" That's just a running thing after a while. And that was when you screenshotted that thing the other day.
Yeah, the top comment on that was, "What does Cory Taylor think?" Yeah. The story isn't about what Linkin. It wasn't even about what Linkin Park had said. The story was Cory Taylor has responded. It's like, ooh, like the fucking metal Jesus that's floating above the rest of us.
Yeah, he's like the voice of metal, it would seem.
He's normally pretty spot on with his opinions.
Yeah,
though. He's really fair in what he says. He's consistent in his opinions. Like even if it's not a popular opinion, he will throw it out there and he will stick to it.
He's got a lot of weight behind him though, isn't he?
The great big mouth, as they call him.
As like what you were saying about Stone Sour last week. If it wasn't for him, would Stone Sour still be there?
Yeah. Well,
that was it. It was the inflatable ivory.
The wacky waving inflatable arm. I have to say it slowly. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Yeah, this was the wacky
Say
waving inflatable ivory.
That's
there
what
we go.
did.
Sorry, slight digression there. Shit me.
At least, people have got the visual.
Yeah, I think.
If you are tuned in, have you got any?
For those watching, we've got six people. 666. No.
6 whole people
out of 700
and a half. All right then. Anything else to say on that story?
Well, what does Cory Taylor think?
I don't know.
Oh, we've got him on the line. Actually.
He wishes.
It's only a matter of time. He gets his opinion everywhere.
Yeah, he shuts the fucking podcast down. The non-profit.
We'll be knocking on the door soon.
The non-profit 50 YouTube views.
Banned in Iowa.
At least we're no longer banned in 17 countries, so, right? Including the UK, where literally anybody that's going to listen to this lives.
Alright, moving on. Parkway Drive. Get mixed signals from where their album is, or where their new album is, or
is not.
Is not.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
70% written seems to be the.
And I've
the
got
thing,
70% finished.
And I've heard 70% recorded.
Right.
So, my understanding of this is Parkway Drive are fucking killing it at the moment. So, I don't know what website it was. I think it was Mel Sucks or something, or Mel Injection or something. Basically said that, well, they interviewed them and they said, oh, we're actually about 70% through writing the new album. Which, you know, bands do write records on tour.
Yeah.
But the way that it was worded was as if to say that they're through the process of recording, which is just unrealistic.
No way
Yeah,
would they.
I think people are just trying to make a story because they're a hot band at the moment.
Yeah.
You know.
I
would
was
not have had the
released-
time to have recorded anything.
No.
Yeah.
I was released the 25th of September 2015. That's about a year and a half ago now.
Yeah.
Just over. Their touring schedule's been pretty huge. So I don't see where they've had the time to do any recording. I don't think. Yeah.
I'm surprised they've had any time to do any writing.
Yeah.
Their schedule is just
Sound check.
Yeah.
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
I mean,
was
if they've got some momentum behind them, I suppose they just can't carry that on. And
Yeah. I mean, they've been big and busy for a while, but I think where they're at now, where they go next, is going to determine.
yeah. I
As
just
long
hope
as they
that
don't do a
I hope
trivia.
they don't rush into the next step and sort of fuck it, because they're sort of on the edge of like becoming
Fucking
arena
huge.
size huge.
Yeah.
And I don't want them to sort of put out an album that's just weak.
Yeah.
I'd rather like take the time, go away, have a break, come back fresh,
Yeah.
and then start over.
Go on the beach. Have a Barbie.
Have a valley.
Yeah. What was that video they did where they're actually all surfing and there's like he shreds out a solo?
Oh, Unrest.
Yeah. Fucking awesome.
What was the song where they were jumping out of the plane? Is that the same?
No, Vice Script.
Fudge Script,
Yeah. As you do.
Yeah. I fucking love that. Give it all you got. Yeah. Super cheese, but super awesome. All right. Okay.
Yeah, next then. Do you want to talk about Korn and Deftones?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So Jonathan Davis, we now know the reason they've pulled out of the South American shows.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's
It's not
just-
to do with the bassist in the
No,
the
they
bass
in
drum.
the bass in the bass drum.
They haven't, in fact, locked him in the bass drum.
We
No.
got closure on that one.
Thank you.
His vocal cords are just shot to bits, and he's been told to rest. That's it.
Well, he's getting on a bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is a guy that did nearly die from headbanging. Do you know about that one?
Yeah.
Why he missed download?
Yeah.
Fuck me.
They reckon he was like 1 or 2 set lists of heavy headbanging away from just.
Death.
Just popping out. It just goes rolling. It just flies off.
His head falls off.
You know, there's some
just
sick
sing with
fuck
him.
in the crowd who've been having that. It's like not letting
People
go.
fighting over his head.
It's mine. It's my head.
Souvenir, mate.
I'm just gonna tar it and put it on a spike outside the house.
Farting away from. Whoa, sorry, we took that somewhere else, didn't we?
We really did. He's
Yeah.
just got a sore throat.
He's just got a bit of man flu. Fuck me.
Yeah. Doctor's orders, told to rest.
Yeah, lends it, mate. Sort it right out.
They are scheduled to play a festival next week, so hoping he'll be back on stage by then. Also, they've announced one UK show.
Yeah,
Brixton
before they play
Academy.
Reading and Leeds.
Ah, right. So
Yeah,
it's
who's
the
that?
warm up.
Who's that with? Is it?
I don't know.
We don't know yet. We've got tickets.
Have you?
Yeah.
They are expensive.
52 quid.
That's including fees, but still it's 52 quid.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Where are they playing?
Brixton.
Brixton.
Academy.
Oh, for Bricks. Oh, okay.
Day before my birthday though, so I thought, fuck it,
Piss up.
make a night of it. Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah, why not?
55 quid.
Essentially, yeah. London.
On a
Right.
Wednesday.
Fuck that.
Oh,
No way.
Day off. Onwards from Korn, Deftones and Korn is another part of the story.
Yeah, now I can't really get my head around this because I've seen. First of all, I saw Chino saying he's never wanted to tour with Korn. Then I saw something with him saying, no, actually, I'd love to tour with Korn. And then I saw another story afterwards with him going, no, I don't want to tour with Korn.
So just kind of changes his mind every day, basically.
Yeah.
Well, I thought he originally said that we don't want to tour with Korn because we don't want to be associated with the whole nu metal scene, and that we don't want that stamp on us. Because you think of Korn and Limp Bizkit, they're bunched together. Deftones definitely have a bit of nu metal in them.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I would say
they got big around that time, didn't they?
yeah. Late 90s, early 90s sort of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. I mean, I think I'm probably the only person on the table that I like Deftones, but I don't like any of their albums the whole way through. I just think
I like a few songs.
Yeah.
I can't stand them.
Apart from that one track we had on the other day. Yeah.
Swerve City.
Swerve City.
Yeah.
Yeah. But apparently that was just to do with, which makes sense. You market yourself seriously when you're of that status. But,
yeah. So they're trying to say, like, or disassociate themselves from that. They're trying to say, like, we're our own entity now. Don't lump us in with those lot. Okay.
And then there was apparently a massive backlash of just like Korn fans just shitting on them. And then I think there was Deftones because they've been playing. I think they did like Ali Pali last week or something.
Okay.
And there was on Radio 1.
Yeah, didn't they play with AFI?
Yeah. Apparently it was like this because AFI have been playing loads of old stuff, which I'd love to go see. But apparently like the sound of the gig wasn't very good at all. Like it sort of bombs pretty hard.
Oh.
Like it's really quiet.
Yeah.
Which makes me nervous because I'm going to Ali Pali to see Don Broco later in the year. But yeah, apparently he was interviewed and he said, who would you, if you could tour with one band, who would it be? And then Chino turned around and said, oh, well, it'd be Korn. Just due to all the hate mail I've been getting, I'm going to go ahead and say Korn. And then he just sort of clarified that he does actually really like the band. It was just like something that got taken way out of context. So,
okay.
So I don't want us to sit here and discuss it and make out that he's, a dick. Sure, he's a lovely bloke.
Just a shit vocalist.
He has his bad days for sure.
I just want to go on record now and say that Back to School is the worst song ever written.
Oh, high five for that.
Yeah, it's still in their set as well.
Why?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that tune actually.
Do you want a high five as well?
I'll get you.
It was like a floppy 5, but
It's alright.
Yeah,
I mean, this goes like onto the U-turn thing. Like once I hate a band, I've got it in my head that I don't like them. It takes a lot for me to change.
Yeah.
So and I think that Back
You're
to School
stuck in your
track-
ways.
Clearly, I mean, when was Back to School out? 2004. Like it's 13 years ago. I still haven't moved on.
they've put out some records since then.
Yeah.
Quite a few. But like I say, not any like all killers in there for sure.
Okay.
All right. What's next on the list?
Devildriver doing Cold Chamber songs.
No.
No, not a fan of that. Not
Next.
cool with that.
No, that should not happen.
No, that's just a really cheap cash in.
I do not want to hear Loco.
They don't need to. That's my point. I don't want to.
It is a different band.
It's a completely different band. It's not like
You don't go.
Soulfly covering Roots or something.
It's not like Max and Igor return to Roots and play Roots like 8 times.
No, but you buy a Soulfly ticket, you want to hear Soulfly songs. But if they throw in Chaos AD or Roots Bloody Roots, you're not going to mind that much because they're quite similar. But I do feel like Cold Chamber and Devildriver are completely different as bands. They're two totally different.
Yeah.
Well, Soulfly and Sepultura, like they're more or less the same entity.
That's what I'm saying.
Whereas you don't go to a Devildriver show and go there to see them play Loco.
I don't want to hear that song.
Going Loco
Ever.
down in Acapulco.
I'd rather listen to that.
Now that I would go see.
I don't see
I just
why.
don't think
I don't
it's
see
going to
why.
fit into a Devildriver set.
One, it won't fit, and two, I don't see why they feel the need to do it.
No.
Cold Chamber tour regular.
He said when he'd done his Cold Chamber tour, that will never happen again.
Oh, okay.
Because he just didn't enjoy it.
Yeah, he said it bored him to shit.
I wouldn't even want to go to a Slipknot gig and hear a Stone Sour song at all.
Because
Like
you're
you
going
just-
for a different band.
exactly. Like it just doesn't work.
Yeah, it's a no. Don't do it.
It's a no from me.
Although I am excited to hear when Devildriver's Outlaw Country album.
Oh yes.
They're putting out a country album.
Yeah, they're doing like their own covers of outlaw country songs. Like not just like any country, but like proper outlaw country, like Johnny Cash. It's just,
And they've
they've had so many vocalists and musicians from other metal bands contact them and say, I really want to be a part of this,
Right.
that they've actually had to turn musicians away and say, we're really sorry, but we haven't actually got any space left for you to contribute.
The liner notes on the album is ridiculous.
So it fucking will be. So they've had to do it as a volume 1, and they're going to have to record a volume 2 further down the line. I think it's going to be really exciting.
Is Mark Morton on this? 'Cause he's done
Um,
something with Des, hasn't he, before?
Yeah, Born of the Storm.
Born of the Storm.
They were good.
They were good, actually. Yeah.
I only heard 2 songs, but they were good. So yeah, that'll be one to look out for.
Mark Morton will probably make an appearance. At least a solo or 2 on there.
I know that me and Rob Smith will listen to it to death.
Probably.
No, probably about it.
Bust open the whiskey.
Most definitely.
There you go.
Well, I think we'll be returning to Devildriver with you later on, won't we?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, other news, or not really any more news. Tour in a Perfect Circle.
Still not releasing anything.
Yeah.
Who knew?
So what's that? Someone tweeted. Maynard? Is it Maynard?
Well, someone tweeted the
Yeah.
official A Perfect
Wasn't
Circle account.
it last year? They were saying there's definitely going to be a tour album.
Pretty much. They
2017.
hinted really
And they've
strongly.
played a couple of shows this year.
Yes.
Yeah. They've hinted really strongly that this is going to be the year. Mind you, they've said this every year for the past few years running. The Tool, this is going to be our year, the album's going to drop. Never happens.
Well, they're fucking Nazi party. Like, time is a man-made construct. They're just
Sure.
going to drop it whenever the fuck they even bring it out.
Edit.
They're just like, whatever, there's
Yeah,
not
but-
fucking thousands of people waiting to hear it. We'll put it out on our own time.
To be fair, how do you
Yeah.
even go about putting together a Tool album?
Yeah.
Like, how do you write that?
Maths. Philosophy.
Maths and philosophy.
They have a
Philosophy.
toolbox
Yeah.
in the shed. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not informed today, so that's good.
Fucking hell.
Maths, philosophy, and DMT. That's the secret formula for a Tool album.
Or CKY.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, that's enough of them.
But yeah, don't expect to hear anything from them soon, because...
Are you surprised? Not really.
Do I care? Not really.
Eh.
I'd like to hear a new tour.
Yeah, I'd like to hear a new Tool album.
I suppose.
You suppose.
I'm not that into it. to be
I
honest.
want to be into them, I really do, but
They're good. They are good.
Was it
Yeah.
1,000 days?
10,000.
10,000 days, yeah. Fucking awesome.
I think that's how long I've been waiting
For this one. Maybe that's what it is actually 10,000 days.
They've literally been sitting there waiting for someone to figure this out.
It's right in front of you. Like an Easter egg right there.
Okay,
Our fans
so
aren't smart enough for this. We're not releasing it until you get smarter. Where's the pipe?
okay, right. So let's
quick-
polish the news off, shall we?
Nice bit of happy news.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it starts off a bit crap because Avenged had to cancel a date with Metallica.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I can't remember which city it was
It's
in.
Philadelphia.
Yeah, Philly.
Yeah.
So Sinister Gates had to go into hospital. He's had his first kid.
Baby Gates.
Yeah, Baby Gates is the name. Yeah,
Baby Gates.
Baby Gates.
Yep.
I loved how he described it in the interview. This was like
I haven't heard this.
he just basically said this was like the scariest thing he'd experienced, and it's like the first thing you see is this grey small thing that looks like a 90-year-old version of yourself. I was like, okay, that sounds like Sinister. That's the kind of shit you'd say. Yeah, but they have rescheduled that date to bring the full stage rather than a support show they're doing with Metallica. So they're doing like a full-on.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Oh, they're going to headline.
In Philly, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Later in like July or something, so June or July. So
That's cool.
So I mean, without Avenge, that Metallica tour still looks pretty good.
yeah, is it Volbeat? Yeah,
Yeah, better than the one that's
Yeah.
coming to the UK.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So that's cool. I'm guessing that little baby's going to be a fucking great guitarist one day.
I'm sure.
Well, it's a
Baby
boy,
Gates.
so yeah. I mean, who knows? Could be anything really. Yeah, could turn out to be.
Infinite potential.
Yeah. That came off really wrong.
It did.
I wasn't assigning
Don't worry.
guitarist to like.
It wasn't that. It was the fact you said, well, he's a boy. He could do anything he wants.
That's where you were going with that.
Implying that if it was a girl, then perhaps maybe couldn't do everything that she wanted to do.
Damn it! Right, okay.
If
We're gonna edit any bit, we're gonna edit that bit.
We were thinking how to dig you out of there. But
Social justice warriors come down.
Brilliant.
Now he's
calling out the
social
social
justice
justice
The left are
warriors.
going mental at you right now.
Yeah. They've done.
This was supposed to be some happy news to anyone.
Did you just assume it's gender?
No, but I did assume it's Fender. All right then. Thank you. Right. Shit. Oh, I did assume it's Schecter. There we go. If you're going to be more specific about it.
Move
Right.
on. What is next? Somebody please.
New
Let's
listens.
just
New
reach this
listens.
gap.
Right.
Yeah, holy shit, we got loads.
Yeah.
Thank
God.
It's been a busy week or two.
Shall we start with Blink 182?
Yes, you can share my homework.
Share
First
homework.
time.
Yeah, Blink 182 has got a new
Get
song out called
detention, that's
Wildfire, and this is coming off like a deluxe edition of their new album California. So it's like a part 2.
Mhm.
Anyone listen to it?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's alright. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what.
It was Blink.
Yeah.
And I think their most recent album's really good. With fuck's sake, Matt
Skiba.
Thank you. Why did that just escape
I
my brain?
thought that was a fantastic album.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. Yeah.
I think with this one, it's really cool to hear them sort of return to the fun aspect of Blink.
Yeah.
I love that side more than I do the sort of serious side.
Yeah.
Classic pop punk.
Although there's a dual vocal bit at the end of this song that I just feel is really screaming out for Tom to give it that sort of classic.
Whininess.
Yeah, the whininess almost to offset Tom's sort of deeper voice. Because you've got Matt Skiba and Tom, they're
both a bit more middle range, aren't
Yeah.
they?
so to really give it that classic Blink sound of like I suppose the Damn It era. I just thought, man, I'd love to hear that with Tom.
Yeah.
If they're gonna do the fun stuff, then like I just think.
I just think the man's a cock.
Well, do we know the reasons?
Oh, that's a whole big fucking.
Oh,
they
yeah,
want to go down that.
I mean, I was
That's
away.
a thing
I
in
don't think we've got
itself.
enough time for that. have we?
Just stay on the track.
Let's
Okay,
just say that
okay.
at one point he went a bit off the rails and said that he was officially helping NASA look for extraterrestrial life.
Oh yeah, he's really into his UFOs and aliens and stuff. Isn't he?
Oh yeah, but he's definitely not actually officially helping NASA
Oh right.
look for extraterrestrial life.
He was actually just on YouTube watching weird videos, perhaps.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Just bought a telescope.
Yeah.
Where are you?
Like we had days from him walking down the street in a dressing gown and a tinfoil hat.
Right. As
It's,
literal as
it's a
that.
good look for him, maybe. I don't know.
He probably fell off the flat Earth as well.
No, I'm not even getting into it.
Right, other new listens we just checked out before getting to this last week. I fell for it as well. We all talked about in the news. Don Broco they were going to live stream Tom the bassist's wedding, and turned out there was a countdown on the website. Went to it, and all over their Twitter they were posting photos saying, "Oh, a couple of hours until the event kicks off." Blah blah blah. Actually, at the event. In the church or whatever, a really nice place, and then it counted down and they just released a music video instead.
Yeah.
And it was a song. Yeah, it's fucking great marketing, like really, really good.
Yeah.
Song's called Pretty, and the video is anything but pretty. Yeah.
They're not a band that I like, but I thought that video was actually fantastic.
It was really well done. Yeah. Enjoyed
So
that.
he cuts off Tom's face and then wears it and pretends and sort of imposes as him, and then tries to marry his wife, and they all eventually end up cutting off each other's faces, and
because madness.
yeah, because DMT. But yeah, what do you make of the song?
Is
Yeah,
that the
it's
go-to now, is it?
Yeah,
What?
DMT.
Yeah, the track's really good. Yeah, I like Don Broco.
Fucking massive.
Huge riff.
Yeah, huge riff.
Yeah. Wasn't digging them at the Bring Me show.
No.
Nah, I wasn't feeling them, but that song's changed my opinion on them. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you listened to them on record then, or have you just heard them live?
Just live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think they're a really fun band. Really just feel good summer. That last album was like last year's summer album for me.
Okay.
Really good. Sort of kind of like a bit of an 80s thing, but with like huge riffs and. But we'll get onto 80s in a minute. Or we can go there now if you want, Leask.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so Paramore have a new album out.
Right, who wants to go first?
I'll let you go first because I feel like you want to rant and get some shit off your chest. So the album's called After Laughter, and it's out now. Yeah.
Right. I don't hate Paramore. Right. No, I used to really like Paramore. I still, on occasion, listen to All We Know. I think it was a really fucking great album. And they have changed from album to album, and I can't begrudge any band that, because I think it's the same argument I have when people talk about how In Flames should release another Jester Race or Clayman. It's like a band that just sounds the same entirely throughout its career is just going to get stale. This last Paramore album was dire. It doesn't sound anything like them. It just sounds like an 80s electro pop album. There was nothing that made any of the songs stand out from each other, apart from Forgiveness, where she sounds like she's doing a really bad impression of Michael Jackson.
Oh, that was the fourth track, wasn't it? Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I would like to point out something that B said on his podcast, was that if it wasn't Paramore, if this album was like a new band, we wouldn't be talking about it. So that goes back to what you said. Like, yeah, it's just because it's got their name attached to it. Yeah.
I've listened to it 3 times because I was hoping I would find something in it that I enjoyed. There are bits of it that are quite catchy, but that doesn't make it good.
What did you make of Hard Times?
I hated it.
I like that song.
Yeah,
I hear it
it's been
every
getting
day.
a lot of play. It's like,
I hear it every day.
it's fucking catchy. I think it's really grown on me.
The only way I can sum it up without getting really angry about this album is taking the title of the track, Fake Happy, because that is exactly what this album is. It is like really happy and bubbly on the surface, but underneath there's nothing. It is just a shell. It is.
Well, lyrically, it's actually quite dark.
It's all style and no substance.
Right.
I
It's all
hate
fart
it.
and no shit is what you're saying.
That is exactly it. I wanted to like something about this album, and I can't. Like, and now that we're done, now that we're talking about it, right?
Yeah.
I'm never going to listen to it again.
Right.
None of the tracks stood out. It was just I couldn't tell you where one track finished, another one started.
I'm gonna see. Right. So my whole thing with this is, I think on first listen I knew it would be a grower. I think for a lot of Paramore, like hardcore Paramore fans, they probably feel the same way. If you listen
there was such
to
a thing as a hardcore Paramore fan.
teenagers, right? If you listen to Ain't It Fun? Do you remember that song on the last album?
Yeah.
It was the one with the big old gospel choir at the
Oh,
end.
yeah.
It was like a super funk song, basically. I love 80s, I love funk music, and anything with a bit of groove to it, like a real like swingy bass line and just loads of rhythmic texture and stuff. I love all that shit.
I should point out actually that I really do hate 80s electro pop.
Yeah. See, this is
I really do. Like, does anyone remember that time when I got Wuthering Heights stuck in my head?
You're like, just going to kill someone.
well, I wasn't in your head, so I wasn't really aware of it. But I think what they did is they saw the success of that song, and they was like, right, we've been a pop punk band for a long time now. And that last album, they experimented a lot, but they kind of did that. They did it really well. There's a lot of different flavors and colors of pop punk and straight up rock and all sorts of shit. But they took that single and the success of it and made a whole album of that sort of stuff. And it's like they've handed in their rock notice. Do you know what I mean? They're like, right, we're not a rock band at all anymore. This is just synth pop. But yeah, I actually grew to quite like it, but not. The problem is that the last 3 albums for me were like 9 out of 10s. I thought Riot was fucking brilliant. I thought Brand New Rise was great, and the new one as well. So for this, it's just like it's good, but it's not great. Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
That's my take on it. I think I'm sure I've told you so. The second single I thought was really catchy. You mentioned Fake Happy. The intro to that was balls, and then as it went on, it was actually one of the stronger tracks on there for me. There was actually a bit of a nice. There's lots of cool guitar work going on, but in a kind of like indie kind of way rather than a rock way. It's very much kind of like bouncy. And then I really liked Caught in the Middle as well. I thought the chorus for that was really catchy as well. I mean, it's just a summer album, and I think that's what it should be. It's to be enjoyed for a completely different reason that you'd enjoy any other Paramore album. I think so.
All the reviews I've seen of it, people have been slapping it like 4 out of 5 stars, and people
Yeah,
say
yeah.
this could be like one of the strongest pop albums of the year.
Mm.
Fine, right?
Pop albums.
If that's your thing, I wanted to like it. I wanted to like something about it. It was soulless.
Yeah.
Jeez.
See, you've got on one hand what Danny's saying is sitting in a park, a few ciders, put that Paramore album on.
It's kind of background party music.
in the sun.
Don't get me wrong, there are bits of it that are catchy, but
Sounds to me like
It's just not for you. That's the way I look at it, and it's not really for me either. But I think it's just like a lot of the other stuff that I appreciate. Kind of.
just because things are catchy, it doesn't make them good. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna give any analogies.
Yeah.
got a few.
Yeah. What about you boys?
Yeah, I listened to it. Again, it's not for me. Like it didn't really interest me, but it is good noise, and it's got really groovy bass lines in it. But that was probably about it for me.
It reminded me of No Doubt quite a bit actually. Going back to like
Okay.
sort of like early noughties pop, that sort of stuff.
Because that's what's fashionable at the moment, 80s.
Yeah.
Why? Just let it die.
Yeah.
Well,
Why try and
No,
reinvent
but
something
things-
that was shit the first time round?
things come in cycles, don't they?
Yeah.
They come back. If that's what they're going for and trying to ride that wave, then good luck to them.
Yeah.
And if it is just fashionable, because that's what people are doing now, they probably won't do another album like this again.
You never know. They might tell their fans to fuck off.
Yeah, we want to hear more songs like Riot.
Yeah. But what does Cory Taylor
right.
think?
Get the fuck over it.
Paramore are too bright and shiny and colourful. Yeah, and they've gone all out on the image as well, haven't they? Like I saw a Jimmy Kimmel performance and they're all wearing like fucking neon coloured.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I respect
okay.
that none of their albums sound the same.
Yeah.
Even like All We Know to Riot
Yeah.
was, that was different.
Yeah.
And they have just progressed and progressed, and I respect what they're doing. I'm not sitting here fucking slating them. Fair play to them.
Yeah.
It was just a shit album.
Yeah. Well, that you were doing so well until that last comment.
I think more than anything,
I was with you there. I was like, yeah, he's really onto something until it's fucking shit.
more than anything,
Adult conversation. Then. Nah, shit.
more than anything, I think I'm disappointed because I wanted to like it.
Oh no.
I wanted to like it, and I can't.
Okay.
Fair play.
Well, there
Cool.
you go.
Listen, Fisher.
Huh?
Give it a listen.
I've had enough punishment this week with the new Seether album, actually. So yeah, bringing that one in.
I need to go pee, so I'm gonna just.
Okay.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
walk
go.
out this one. So.
Take everything you said about Paramore, and I'll apply that to the new Seether. How about that? Actually, you listened to that 3 times. I couldn't finish the fucking thing.
What?
It's not that bad, is it?
The bit you were saying about you couldn't tell when one song ended, or one song starts and another ends, and whatever. Yeah, it was like that. Just one big mashup of.
You know the song that Rob put into the group chat?
Count me out.
Yeah, the song that was before that.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I can't remember what it was. It began with an N. But that was really heavy.
Yeah, it was. I remember it. I
Yeah.
can't remember what it's called. I thought it was a really good album.
Yeah.
Solid, heavy rock.
I'm going to have a look. What is that track
Yeah.
called?
No, just bland. I thought.
Have you ever been a Seether fan?
Yeah.
Or?
Loved. I love the song Remedy and
Cool, that's going back.
Yeah.
Fake It.
Fake It was on. We just had it playing.
Loved that stuff.
The song was
Loved
called
it.
Nothing Left.
Saw them live.
The album you
Fucking
are on about.
Absolutely brilliant. So again, I wanted to like this album. I really did, and just bored me. Really bored me.
I really liked it.
Really,
I really liked all the way through it.
I thought it was slow, uninventive, just bland and generic. maybe need to give it another go. But
Finding
I was-
beauty in negative spaces.
Yeah.
That was the
I
album
was
stuff.
just waiting for that moment to be like grabbed and be like, oh yeah, this is fucking it, and it never arrived. I just yeah, just never
Okay.
that moment where you listen to an album and you go, yeah, this is it. No, it never came, and I was like, oh, I'm waiting for it. No, just shit.
Just shit.
Just shit. Well,
At least you tried.
Yeah, the album's called Poison the Parish. Came out last week.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone's interested.
Yeah, what
Apart
did you think of it,
apart from
Danny?
You two.
Not for me. I don't even want to. I'm not a fan, so I don't even really want to go and rip into it personally. Like, actually, well, I think the music's quite cool in places. It's pretty heavy, it's pretty catchy, but just when he sings all soppy, I just find it very much like pity me and a bit just like emo, but not in an emo way, if that makes sense. Just a bit like, just makes me feel flat. Do you know what
exactly.
I mean? Yeah. Is that what you were just saying?
Just makes you feel
No,
bogged
what he
down.
actually said was he took everything that I said about the Paramore album and applied it to the Seether album.
Oh, we're just copying and pasting now, are we?
Yeah. Well, I just found myself thinking, wow, I think that about Seether.
I really relate to that guy.
Yeah.
Alright, who shall we go on next then?
Let's talk about Gnarwolves.
Yeah?
Right.
Nah, mate.
I think I'm probably the only person here that's been a fan of them for a while. Am I right in thinking you guys only just checked them out?
Yeah. Before this week, I'd heard the name, but
Yeah.
never.
So I discovered them about 4 or 5 years ago on their first EP, the Crew EP, which is just 3-piece bands, straight up punk rock, melodic punk rock.
Yeah.
All of them,
Okay.
cool. All of them can sing, but they're not like great singers. It's very gruff, but together, their harmonies I just think work really, really well together. It's kind of like, it's just like straight up skate punk, really. Reminds me of a lot of the stuff that I grew up on, like Lagwagon, Nose for a Name, and Pennywise and that sort of stuff. Like I'm not really expecting anything more from it. It's just good punk rock, and no one's really doing that at the moment. So I
did
really enjoyed
find that
it,
it was not necessarily unique, but it was different from what is happening at the moment. I have to admit, like, I'm not a punk fan, but I was pleasantly surprised by that album.
Did you listen to the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I find very difficult to do with any punk. There was one track in particular that stood out. I can't remember the name of it now, but when I heard it, I was like, okay, yeah, that actually is a really good song. It's gonna bug me.
Was
though.
it called Wires or Straight Jacket?
No, that was alright though.
Because and there's the last song, Shut Up, was really good. Car Crash Cinema. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
It's definitely got a really bouncy, upbeat feel to them.
English Kids.
Oh yeah, that's a cool tune as well. Yeah.
Would I be
really like that.
totally off the mark if I said they remind me of like a really punk rock Frank Turner?
No, not really.
I don't know.
Because you mean you said punk rock? Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't really get much folk out of it, which is kind of what I associate Frank Turner with. But yeah, I know what you mean.
It was more that sort of rough, yeah, like
Vocal performance.
yeah. And that kind of format. I don't know if it's more like the deliverance of the vocals, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, not bad at all.
Yeah, I think it's just good fun. There's nothing to really overanalyze. It's just
Yeah.
they do what they do and they do it well. And I think in today's era where everything is so overproduced, it's like seeing them live as well. They go down a tree. You chuck him. They've been playing like Slam Dunk a lot of the festivals. You chuck them in the middle of a lineup full of generic metalcore bands, and it's just like, whoa, this is what it used to be like.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like a fucking shitstorm. It's great.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
And check out their last album as well. There's a song on there, Bottle to Bottle, is probably like their biggest single, and that's just fucking catchy.
It's about him.
Yeah, it's about Leask, Bottle to Bottle.
I've not listened to it yet. I dare ask.
Just about
Well, it's called Bottle to Bottle.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Excellent.
Start sitting at the bar drinking your problems away.
Don't know what you're on about, mate.
Being sad drunk.
Like, just give me tequila and I'm fine.
Right.
From the bottle.
So yeah, the
Got
album's
that later.
called Outsiders, and it's out now as well. Came out last week. What else we got on new listens?
Motionless In
Yeah, we
White.
can talk about Motionless In White.
I'll let you go, Rob.
Who listened to the album?
I listened to it.
Anybody else?
Yeah, I did all
Yeah.
the way
I
through
didn't want
this
to.
one.
You didn't want to, but did you?
No.
Okay.
I honestly,
Alright, fine.
I honestly think you may have missed out.
All right.
No, you haven't.
Yeah. Motionless In White.
every single topic we're just
No,
split.
no.
There's at least two either side.
I like this album. I think it's a really good album. It's got a good mixture of industrial and gothic
Yeah,
sounds with metal and deathcore.
it's a good fusion
Yeah.
of everything. Yeah.
Especially songs like The Ladder and Soft, which I sent to you.
Soft is anything but.
Yeah. And The Ladder is very
Like
bleeding,
heavy.
bleeding
Like Linkin
through.
Park. Anything but.
I'm willing to
see
take.
why you kept recommending that I listen to them.
Mm-hmm. I said last time that in his screams, he sounds a lot like the Soundwork singer. More so in the last albums, not as much on this one. But yeah, it's still very good. What puts it down is it's very obnoxious and in your face.
Yeah.
Like you said before, like the lyrics are.
I
think,
the
man, the
lyrics
lyrics
are
make
real,
me
are real cringe. Like, I'm gonna have a fucking cake and eat yours too.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I heard that and was like, I'm put off by this. Really put off.
Look, with this, I'm willing to take that cheesiness. Sort of, I'm willing to put up with that to you know, be able to enjoy the heavy aspects of it. Because I think the heavy stuff is done really, really well.
There were some really heavy aspects of it. And to be honest with you, even though a few weeks back I did say these were a band that I did not want to like, right? I listened to this album all the way through as well, and by the time I'd finished it, I did want to like it because there are some really good bits in there.
Yeah.
What really put it
go on.
what really put me off was the choruses, because they could have been some really impressive heavy songs, and it builds up and then suddenly he's a whingy little bitch.
Yeah, his metal scream is awesome. It sounds really good. His clean vocal sounds like he just bunged up.
The chorus has just killed every song on that album.
Yeah.
There are some really sick breakdowns in this album, though.
It's heavy in places. And other
Yeah, not just generic breakdowns, like proper original, like really good riffing over the top.
Yeah, then you got
chunky
other
sections.
tracks like Voices and Queen for Queen. Again, catchy and really heavy in places. There is a track, what's it called? Necessary Evil. It's got Jonathan Davis in it.
Yeah.
That was weird.
That was
It's
weak.
It's my party and I'll do what I want.
Yeah,
Like that,
it sounds like something I've heard before, but I can't
They've
put my
ripped
finger on it.
off.
Miley Cyrus lyrics?
Yes. Yeah. No, it is.
Is it?
Yeah. And
Miley
it's
fucking with you.
Yeah, I can't remember what he says.
No,
It's my party and I'll die if I want to.
they've changed it, but it's the same melody.
Oh right.
And it's Jonathan Davis. It's weird as fuck. Cause
Yeah.
you're
Oh,
like,
I really hate it when
is that Miley Cyrus?
yeah, when like metal bands do the whole like mainstream pop reference,
But this is like track
like the
3.
Britney Spears one in the new Fall Out Boy song. It's like
This is like track
come
3
on.
on the album. You think,
Yeah.
maybe put it in as a bonus track for a laugh or whatever.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah, it's got Jonathan Davis in. That was probably the weakest track.
yeah,
my
just made me
party.
cringe.
Well, his head is about to fall off, so you know. It's just kind of like
Yeah, and then you got tracks like Not My Type, which reminds me of A Little Piece of Heaven.
Yeah.
oh okay, all right.
No, it's not.
But
Oh okay, all right. Nope. Take that one back.
but again, with his very in-your-face and obnoxious
Shit
lyrics.
lyrics.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm just again, it was another album I was disappointed by, because by the end of it I did want to like it, but honestly, man, those choruses, if they fucked off and they came back with something more substantial as a chorus,
Yeah,
okay,
I get what you
I
mean.
could ignore the lyrics then.
Yeah.
But honestly, the lyrics just made me cringe. Like,
Yeah,
I just
they
wanted
do.
to curl up inside myself.
They
and
do
die.
me. They do me. Like the lyrics here I got written down here is if she's got a pulse, then she's not my type.
Yeah.
That's what I
Whoa! Whoa!
All right, Ian Watkins.
Oh, I'm stopping this. I'm stopping.
Jesus.
All right. You're listening to sponsored by nobody now. Coors Light.
Right, I think we need to get rid of him. Fucking hell.
Oh.
Go in the naughty corner.
Just for the
Throwing
record,
a
nobody
bomb.
ever said Ian Watkins fucked a corpse.
Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't.
It was
no,
just
no.
dogs and children.
Yeah. Okay, that's.
Not funny.
I guess that. I guess that lyric is delivered tongue in cheek after.
Oh yeah, that whole
yeah.
song,
Whoa.
is it's like a part 2, so they've got another
Yeah.
somewhere
See,
else.
they strike me as a band that and this actually goes against what I'm going to talk about in a minute with our whole U-turn thing, but the whole I just feel sometimes the whole gimmick thing works, and I feel like it is partially a bit of a joke. But I feel like they'd probably benefit from taking themselves a bit more seriously. Like when they're heavy, I enjoy that side of it. I don't enjoy all the like shitty choruses that you want about.
Yeah.
Like that's the side I'd like from them. But I guess they just came up on the whole Warped Tour scene and around all those bands, and I had a bit of a bad first impression with them anyway. Like, just found it all too cheesy.
Yeah.
Like,
For me,
Yeah.
it is just them choruses. It is. I could get past the lyrics if, they came out with something that was just going to punch me in the face. But it builds up and builds up. I'm like, oh yeah, no, this could be really good. Oh no, it isn't, is it? It isn't. I was misled again.
Yeah,
Gave you
I
blue balls.
quite liked it.
All right then. Okay, there's only a couple of more little ones, I think, isn't there? Thrice have got a new single out. Oh, I say single, it's a B-side from their album called Sea Change. Their last album, To Be Everywhere Is To Be Nowhere, is one of my favourite albums of last year. As you know, Thrice are like one of my favourite bands on the planet.
Yeah.
But this single / B-side is obviously a B-side for a reason. It's
Okay.
it's okay. It just does nothing for me. My first listen, it reminded me of U2,
Oh wow.
which
really?
is never really
That's
a good
never
thing.
a good thing.
No.
Yeah.
Even you two don't understand like you
Apart
two.
from U2 have a collaboration with Kendrick Lamar on his album, which is actually really fucking good, which is the biggest shock of the last few months for me. But yeah, it's just like a 4-chord plod along kind of generic poppy rock song. Lyrically, it's pretty cool, but Thrice are just lyrical geniuses, so give it a go if you fancy. And then the one I think we all listened to was Sum 41.
Yeah.
They have a new video out for a song called Goddamn I'm Dead Again. Not to reference our Motionless In White thing again, but
Can I come out the naughty corner?
yeah.
No, you're not allowed to
you can come back.
I honestly think this episode should just be called "We're Sorry."
Yeah. I mean, my U-turn section's fucked now.
You can't come back from that one, can you, mate? The Sum 41, right? The new video. I didn't realise that their album actually came out in October last year.
Okay.
So this
Yeah,
isn't
right.
really like a new release. It's just a new video.
No, this came out after they got Brown Sound back,
Brown sound.
their guitarist, and
Really good
I
album.
didn't realise their album came out either.
Yeah.
Because I pretty much stopped listening to them after Screaming Bloody Murder,
Right.
which was not a bad album, but they've definitely gone back to their Does This Look Infected sort of style and Chuck.
Derek Whitby no longer looks like he's on death's door.
No, which is good. And yeah,
Take that,
Brown
Chad.
Sound definitely brings back the metal aspect of it.
Yeah, I thought the ending of this song sounded like Avenged, like
Yeah, it
massively.
was a proper
Yeah.
So
Dual.
they kept
galloping riffs.
they kept their stand-in guitarist
Yeah.
and got Brown Sound back as well.
Right.
So they technically got 3 guitarists, and when Derek Whitby goes to guitar.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it was cool.
Yeah.
Liked it.
Yeah,
And
the video
then-
was cool as well. Had all the references to like Little Killer
Yeah.
with the wobbly cheeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool. They want to sort of stick to their roots a bit. You know, we're calling out all these bands that are changing and
Yeah.
moving on with styles. They seem to be a band that are
They
quite
definitely brought it
consistent.
back.
And they've always had a metal
Yeah,
element about them, haven't they?
Yeah,
They've always-
especially Chuck.
some songs were real heavy, real thrashy as well. Yeah.
I need to give that album a proper listen, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else we got then? A little
Well,
bit on.
I think the last one is 18 Visions.
Oh yeah. Shit.
Oh yeah, right. Did you ever
Yeah.
listen to this?
I've not had a chance to listen.
You're
to
so
it yet.
busy.
I honestly am. I'm so busy at the
You
moment.
could have sacrificed one of them Paramore listens.
Yeah.
Do you know what? In hindsight, I should have done.
Yeah.
Who wants to?
You knew you weren't going to like that from the start. Right, 18 Visions have released another song which is basically just they gave us a tree branch logo.
Oh, they didn't.
Yeah, they did, and they put out another 2-minute song which was just like a breakdown the whole way through.
This is
This is really
Oath Part
fast,
2.
isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fast.
What's it called?
Crucified, and
yeah.
again he says crucified,
Yeah.
crucified, crucified all the way through the song.
I really would. Does it have a chorus?
No.
No.
I want to hear something with the chorus because
That's
their
right.
choruses were really good.
The impression I got was maybe like trying too hard to be too metal.
Yeah.
Like it's just like, what's the heaviest fucking thing we can write possibly, and they've just gone.
I think that's what happens when you're a cock rock band and you try and just go complete U-turn that way. You know, that comes across like a little bit inauthentic to me.
Yeah. What I thought is if you put this song and Oath together, you might have a song.
I'm all for short songs.
Yeah.
I like a lot of bands like Touche Morgan mentioned like
that's
weeks
2
ago.
minutes of
Yeah.
a breakdown of a normal song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is
So
the,
I
is
want
this
to
a,
hear a song.
is this just a clip of a song, or was that actually
That's
that was actually the
yeah.
song? Right.
Fuck's sake!
Yeah, not feeling that. Too
Come
much.
on, 18 Visions.
Sort your shit out. You've had long enough.
Right, let's get on to gigs then we've been to.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, yeah. We're still working our way through this.
Yeah. So we all
Jesus.
went to go see While She Sleeps Saturday before last, didn't we?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Completely
incredible.
different experience from last time I saw them because this time, instead of being down the front, I was in the pit.
Yeah.
Completely different experience, and it was insane.
It was good. I've not seen the waterfront go off like that in a long time.
No,
If
same.
ever.
Well, actually, I would say Frank Carter was pretty close, but
Yeah.
not the same level of aggression. Yeah, so I would like to give Leask a thank you because we'd all had food beforehand. We went to TGI Fridays. We were all very bloaty, I think, weren't we? I've never seen anyone smash a rack of ribs as quickly as Rob did.
I am an absolute pro.
that was nuts.
The
And
plates had barely been put down. Like fucking hell, rib. Where's the ribs gone?
In me.
Whoa. So yeah, Leask got me 2 Jaegers literally as the lights went down. I asked for a Jaeger, but he came back with 2. What,
That's
what-
right.
what-
I'm a stand-up guy.
What a beautiful man you are.
Oh yes, I am.
And then yeah, so I just next to my Jaegers as the lights went down and the intro
Sprinted
for
into the pit.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog on heat.
Yeah. I was all about it. And I have to say though, the sound was much better at the front. Because of the setup of the waterfront. I think when you're at the back,
Yeah.
it's sometimes sort of like a bit of a sort of like slanted ceiling, so the sound sort of gets washed over a little bit.
Yeah.
But being in the pit near the front, it sounded fucking loads better. And
Okay.
they were absolutely on it.
They were tight, weren't they?
Yeah.
They were really tight.
Did you see the basses in the pit?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, they were circle pitting around, and
Oh.
that was pretty
It was
fun.
mad.
Well,
as shit.
I sort of accidentally got pushed to the front, so it was just like but
Yeah, just a solid set list. Left out my favourite, Dead Behind the Eyes, and I
Yeah.
didn't even mind that much.
Yeah.
That's how good it was, you know. So yeah, lovely little venue as well to see them in.
And we've all seen the video for Empire of Silence, yeah?
Yeah,
That entire tour just looks fucking mental.
yeah.
I mean,
bodies everywhere.
there's some footage from one of the London shows they did where you can see people literally crawling over other people to get onto the stage.
Fuck.
Yeah, really good. Alright, who else we got? UNC Underoath?
I did. I'm going to gloss over this pretty quickly because my review of it has gone on Invicta, the website, and it's the main article on there at the moment. So that usually means that I'll stay there for like a good few days, up to a week or something. Because usually the live stuff gets filtered in, but I think because we had someone else covering the photos, it became more of a full sort of article. But yeah, they played They're Only Chasing Safety and Define the Great Line, which are their 2 most popular albums. And it was fucking awesome. They moved it down from the UEA to the waterfront, which was insulting, I thought, because the rest of the tour they were playing with like the big old projection screens, and it was like a full-on like showcase, a full-on thing. Yeah, and they moved it down, and it wasn't even packed. It wasn't even half as busy as Why Sleep was at all. It was just like there's so much room.
So they downgraded obviously from the UEA
just
because of
lack of ticket sales.
Yeah.
I mean, it was on a Wednesday, middle of the week.
Well,
But the thing is I've seen them before there, and it was packed out, and they're playing their biggest albums, and I was like, first I thought, well, this is quite insulting, but then I was like, well, this is awesome because there's less people here, I can just fucking enjoy it. And as soon as they played that first album, we were singing along. They've got so many like huge choruses, like, and then they had like a little 5-10 minute interval thing where they went off and had like a atmospheric. They came back on and did the second album. Me, Boff, and Sam were watching it from like the back. As soon as they came on with, in regards to myself, the first song on the second album, we were just straight in the pit, and we were at the front, and it sounded fucking incredible, like much better than Sleeps, even though Sleeps was amazing. It sounded fucking amazing. Wow. Yeah, like the amount of dynamics they've got going on with all of the synth side of their music and all of like soundscapes. And Aaron Gillespie is one of the best fucking drummers. He drums and sings, but like the beats that he plays and the way he sings is phenomenal.
I keep meaning to go back and listen to this band because I never got on board with them first time round. It just wasn't something that interested me.
Well, the first album's very much like an emo kind of. I hate the word screamo, but I guess that's the best way to describe
Probably
it.
why I hated it at the time.
But as they went on from the album, they just got heavier and more, interesting. And like their last two albums, especially, you'd really like. But yeah, fucking brilliant night, really good. Well enjoyed it. And I think they've been doing this sort of rebirth tour, they're calling it. They've been doing it for over a year now. Okay. So they announced they only went off for like 3 years, came back, and they did all of America. Now they're doing all of Europe, and they'll be back with a new album, I presume, at some point.
Oh, cool.
So go back and listen to their albums. I think you'll enjoy it.
I will.
Yeah.
Actually being positive for once in this podcast.
Yeah. And then we've got CKY.
Yeah.
Is it just me with live gigs then? Yeah.
I'm really interested to hear about this.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, again, there's going to be write-ups and stuff. They've been sent off. They'll be up soon. But what I will start off with saying is the interview. I prepared this kind of a little bit, as I said to you guys, like in the know of the band and the situation, and trying not to be too much of a fanboy. And I wasn't like that at all. I got there, and there was one guy sat there before the gig started, like a good 2 hours before, and he'd obviously just been there waiting, just because he wanted to be at the front or whatever. Got chatting with him, and he was asking me what I was going to ask him, and he was like pretty down with all the questions. But yeah, it's really good. And then I mentioned the whole Darren Miller thing that I was going to ask the band about it, and he was like, "Oh no, don't go there, don't talk about that." And then I got in the dressing room, and I started before the interview. I sort of explained I'm a big fan. You're the reason that I've got into like playing live shows and going to see gigs and stuff. And they all introduced themselves like, "Hey, what's up?" And I'm like, "I know who you fucking are," but it's just like that. Like it's so weird seeing someone that you like idolise as a teenager to just being in a room hanging out.
Yeah.
And I sort of started off
Did
by
you have CKY patches and stuff on your bag and
probably yeah. I mean, everyone there, like everybody had like tour shirts from like over a decade ago. Like there's such a hardcore fan base, and I started off by just sort of taking the piss out of them, which was weird. I didn't plan to. It just happened, and like we kind of bonded and hung out for a good 15 minutes before I even started the interview, which was really cool. And they were so nice, like really cool dudes. I will say on this podcast, because I've talked about it before about the Darren thing, because I'm not putting it on the article, but I basically asked the question. I said, "Is it okay if I ask this question?" And they turned around and said, "Well, no one's actually asked us anything about him yet." And I was like, "Well, either I'm really fucking stupid, or I'm really ballsy, or maybe a bit of both. Who knows?" It's interesting that no one's bothered to ask them. So I said, "Well, he's in a good place with his new project, so it seems. So are you guys." He did a live stream recently, and he was basically saying that if they came on the Warped Tour around Philadelphia, where he lives as well, he'd go and play on stage with them. And as soon as I said it, Jess starts shaking his head at me and starts laughing, and he all just went, "Not interested." Like that was
really?
like, there's like off the record. I'm putting it on the record. This is a small podcast, but I'm explaining it properly.
Yeah.
Like he said, "Not interested at all."
Okay.
Right, yeah. So that was quite interesting.
But didn't go any deeper.
No.
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 Okay.
I don't know I don't think they weren't to know how much I knew or whatever, but that was.
And they weren't offended?
No, not at all.
Yeah,
They were really cool, and
Okay.
they ended up like asking me about my band and stuff, which was
Okay.
really good. And outside the front of the junction, it's like a big open area with like a Nando's and stuff, and they just all
Yeah.
they all had Nando's and was chatting to fans like for the good 2 hours before the gig, which you never often see bands
No.
before the gig doing that.
They seem to be having so much fun, like on
Yeah.
their Instagram.
Yeah.
Like they look like they're having.
Yeah.
Like, they look genuinely happy to be in the UK.
Yeah,
This tour's selling really well.
yeah.
We tried to get tickets for, was it this weekend?
Yeah.
In London.
Yeah, in London. 2 dates in London, all sold out.
Sorry, you tried to get tickets, so
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, I'm definitely gonna go back and see them. I think that like they are. I will say right. So about the actual gig, they played as I expected after reading that interview. They didn't play anything after Infiltrate, Destroy, Build at all. It
Oh,
was
really?
all first 2 albums,
Okay.
apart from Days of Self-Destruction, the new single, and a G.G. Allen cover, which they usually do.
I don't think that's a bad thing though,
no.
to be honest, because I think after Infiltrate, Destroy, Rebuild, things started to go really quite downhill.
Yeah. Well, check out the interview because we go into it quite a bit, but they basically elaborated on that and said that the reason is those last 2 albums weren't inspired, that they wrote those albums in the studio and recorded them, whereas the first 2 albums they jammed them in a room for ages before they went to the studio. So the argument was just like, go into the studio with songs, don't go and write the music in the studio because it's just, you don't
Forced.
get that live interaction, and then when you go and play in front of fans it doesn't come across and translate properly.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, the gig was like I was so impressed with how it sounded live. Like as a 3-piece, it sounded huge.
If you had to pick one song,
Yeah.
what was the highlight of the set for you?
Mate, the whole fucking thing. It was just
Come on.
it's just fucking Rio Bravo. Like the riff in that is just, and My Promiscuous Daughter at the end of the set as well. That's what they ended on. Like I want to all of it. Like Escape from Hellview was such a massive riff in the opening. And they start with this like huge jam where Chad's just shredding for a good 5 minutes, and then it gradually builds into it. What I will say that I did write in the review as well is that it does take a bit of adjusting seeing Chad sing Darren's stuff, because he's got a much lower vocal range, and it's a lot of it. It's not got the same power to it, but he's kind of got a bit more of a sort of sleazy delivery that's a bit more kind of cool and.
Does it work?
It does. Like, I've watched videos and I was like, I'm not sure about it. But when I was there, I think because the whole fucking place was jumping up and down and moshing, like from start to finish, everyone was so into it. They was just like, you get sucked into it.
Yeah.
I wasn't critical. It worked absolutely fine. But it's just because you're used to hearing the studio version. But like,
It's quite a distinctive voice to have to replace as well.
yeah, exactly. But Matt, the bassist, did a lot of the higher stuff as like a harmony with him,
Oh, okay.
so that worked quite well. I'm waffling now, but yeah, there was. He said, "Oh, you guys know what this next song is, don't you?" Like, here we go, and then like went into 96-bit, quite a bit of meetings, and his guitar cut out straight away.
The worst.
Yeah,
Fucking
and they carry on playing, and he sort of says, "Guys, we need to stop this. This song's too fucking good. We can't butcher this song. This is like our fucking song."
Yeah.
And then it goes on for a good like 10 minutes that they can't get his guitar fixed, and it starts getting a bit awkward. You can see like Chad getting a bit annoyed, like chatting to the guitar tech, like, we tried changing leads, we tried swapping pedals around and shit like that. I was like, this is a train wreck, like. But then what the band, after 2 minutes, the band starts jamming this funk break with, they've got like a synth player, and literally the whole crowd are dancing, and it turns into like what I can only describe as like a dance off from Eurotrip or like some cheesy like American foot. Like, I saw a dude do a backflip, and then like a robot, and then like the worm and all sorts of shit whilst they were just jamming. Like, it was really cool. Like, and then they just like out of nowhere the guitar was fixed, and then it was just like straight into the fucking song, and it was just like, yeah, that's how you pull it off. It was cool.
Oh,
Cool
nice.
as shit.
Yeah, I think they
Good bit
probably
of-
lost.
So a good bit of improv
Yeah.
on what could have potentially been
Yeah.
a bit of an embarrassing moment. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I mean, you like as a rule, if you fuck up on stage, you just go with it and just
Yeah.
make a laugh of it. But
Yeah.
that was quite a long, extended fuck up that ended up sort of. There's quite a lot of.
But you're not
sound
going to get
issues.
anything like that again. That's
Yeah.
like unique to that show.
Yeah, exactly. And that kind of added character as well. It was quite funny. Like Chad was just walking around and like chatting to people like, this is fucking hilarious. So I'm like super excited to have this band back. Like I think it's about time. And I thought, okay, they've been gone a long time. They've got a bit of work to do here. And then I saw, because when I was there at first, there wasn't many people there, but clearly not. Like if you go and watch like all of their shares on Facebook and stuff, like the crowd were chanting their name the whole way through, and every show's been sold out. So
Fucking excellent.
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
It's good to know that they've still got it.
yeah, for sure.
I'd love to see him.
Yeah, I'll definitely go again. And they did say in the interview as well that they're touring like the rest of this year, so they're not stopping.
They haven't got any UK festivals booked in.
No, they
or anything
haven't.
like that.
I thought they had Download, but they don't.
That would be
That's
cool
what
at
I thought.
Download. Actually,
Yeah,
That'd
I've
be
never
really-
seen CKY. I'm really
No, I
fucking
haven't.
want to.
I
I've wanted to
haven't
for
either.
years.
Yeah.
Okay, look, time is getting
How
on.
are we for time?
We're alright.
Are we alright?
We're on to our
Are we good?
topic then, I guess, aren't we?
Yeah.
U-turns. I've been having to think about this while we've been talking, because I thought there must have been more from what I had in my head. Who wants to go first?
I've talked to Def. You guys start.
You can go first.
Okay.
Yeah,
You led yourself to that one.
Right. Well, I was thinking about it, and for me, a band that I really used to hate, who I now fucking love, is an obvious one for anyone that knows me, is While She Sleeps.
This fucking band again.
I
Christ.
know, but I don't know what it was that made me suddenly go, holy fuck, these are awesome. I just happened to catch the end of the video for This Is the Six. I was like, who the fuck is this? Then it came up. I was like, no fucking way, bullshit. They've got that wrong. Went back and listened to it and was like, no, actually this is incredible. Bought the album, completely blown away. Haven't looked back since.
Yeah.
It is as simple as that band.
What was it you didn't like about them in the beginning?
Everything. They're just one of those bands that I really didn't like. Whereas the other way, a band that I used to listen to all the time and now very rarely listen to is Devildriver. And I hate saying that because I've got a Devildriver tattoo.
Yeah, I know, right?
I still enjoy the stuff of theirs that I enjoy. It's not like I've just gone off of them as a band. It's just I thought Beast was a piss poor album.
Yeah.
And Trust No One wasn't exactly great either.
No.
Whereas everything else they've had, absolutely fantastic. They should have just gone from strength to strength after the last kind words. Pray for Villains.
Winter Kills.
Yeah, if it had been that order, fucking yes.
Yeah.
They've got a lot of work to do to pick themselves back up.
Yeah, but they're going to be playing Coal Chamber songs now.
Now, the one I was thinking about, right, while we've been talking, band that I used to love, who I then fucking hated, who I now love again. So it's a double U-turn.
Brilliant.
It's
Full fucking circle, mate.
360.
It is.
Is
it's
it a perfect
360.
circle?
It isn't.
Yeah.
Bullet for My Valentine.
Yeah. Yeah, actually. I'm with you with that.
Poison. Fucking incredible.
And
Yep.
then
Scream Aim Fire. It wasn't as good as the
Okay.
Poison, but I enjoyed it.
And then nothing.
Then
Nothing.
Fever.
Then nothing should have happened.
Oh yeah, it just took a massive dip. And then whatever album came after Fever, which was
Wasn't there another 2 albums after that?
2?
I think so.
Shit.
Really?
I think so.
God. Oh, that was it. Yeah.
What was it?
Temper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Terrible.
yeah. And
The one
then
with Riot on it.
suddenly, their last album.
Venom.
Fucking amazing. Yeah.
Wacky win!
Honestly,
It just needs to turn into a wacky waving.
I was really apprehensive listening to this album because Rob was going, no, it's a really good album, give it a listen. Bullet it back on form. I was like, okay.
Reluctant.
Yeah, gave it a listen.
Yeah.
I
Holy
was like,
shit.
yeah,
Good fucking album.
fucking amazing album.
Sounds like one of the best albums of the year for me.
Yeah,
Mm.
definitely up there. And I hope that they stick with that
Yeah.
because that is the sort of shit they need to be writing.
Did you listen to the other track? Their newer.
I
I posted it in the chat.
can't remember. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
I know the one you mean. I've heard it. It is really good.
It's really old school,
Mm.
but really fucking metal. Yeah, so it seems as though they're continuing
good.
along the same tracks.
I like to be surprised by bands. Like if I've changed my mind about a band, or if there's a band that I don't like, I really do genuinely like it when I hear something that makes me go, oh, well, hang on a second, maybe I was wrong, or fuck yeah, you're back to where you should be.
Yeah.
Instead of pissing it away and trying to get on Radio 1.
Exactly.
Right, yeah, I'll go then. My band, probably going to be pretty obvious. A band I used to really, really love, it's Metallica. And now I really, really despise everything.
The whole really?
Can't listen to it.
Wow.
I think because I played it to death. I don't know.
Were you a massive Metallica fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I had.
See, I heard you say this before I joined the podcast, and I was just like,
Justice for All album, like favorite album of Metallica's ever, but just can't listen to it anymore.
What, none of their back catalogue at all?
Absolutely nothing.
Is there not
Sorry,
even like one
alright.
song that would make
Hero
Hero of the Day,
Hero of the Day, maybe.
because you kind of mount into it.
I climbed a mountain to it. I didn't climb a mountain to it.
What?
I didn't climb a mountain to it.
You did?
You walked up a hill.
I walked up a hill when it was on, yeah.
Fucking Kilimanjaro is not a hill.
Whoa, were you downplaying some crazy shit?
Yeah,
he
he's from Kilimanjaro.
Oh, right.
Little action man over there.
Hey,
I walked up a hill.
Molehill,
Just
mate.
the biggest,
I remember.
one of the biggest fucking hills in the world.
I hope you were listening to...
That's probably what put me off him.
horrible experience altogether.
Oh, fuck.
My fucking legs.
No,
got the headphones. Yeah.
The S&M version, because I had the S&M on repeat pretty much. Yeah, that's probably what put me off it.
And you weren't a fan of Hardwired either, were you?
No. Or Death Magnetic.
Well, yeah, that
No.
wasn't anger.
No.
So you can't say yes, I was into St. Anger. And
Do you reckon there's anyone on planet Earth that only likes Saint Anger and none of their other records?
No.
Do you reckon that person exists?
No.
Is it? Do you reckon it's just Lars Ulrich?
Lars Ulrich's dad.
Yeah.
Either there's someone who with a set of kettle drums. It's like, yeah, no, I really like it.
One of those sort of street kettle music, like street performers.
Hang.
Right.
Probably really big in Jamaica.
So-
was that racist?
No.
We're getting a little
Okay.
bit controversial. Like we're carving out a niche here.
A
aren't
little bit controversial.
Yeah.
He still needs to be in the fucking naughty
we?
corner.
We've all done naughty, I think, haven't we? All of
Not
us.
as bad as this.
Apart from Rob.
Yeah, I've upped myself from the N word.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Nice. Right then.
What are the rules?
What are the rules? Yes, I know what you're on about. Right. Who's next then?
have you got one that goes the other way?
Yeah.
That you used to hate.
Yeah. Ice and Alexandria.
Okay, yeah.
When they first started, when they first come with all their floppy hair and all that shit. Yeah, I couldn't stand them.
Floppy hair
Oh,
and
and-
shit music.
And I was very reluctant to listen to Trivium as well.
Really?
Yeah, I was going to say Trivium. The Crusade stuff.
No, before that.
Ascendancy.
No. The
Ember.
Yeah,
To Inferno.
because
Fucking hell.
they were getting quite big when I first heard them. Like, no, I'm not having any of this.
Ember to Inferno.
Not on my watch.
Yeah, not on my watch. I'm
That's
not
a
going to
pretty,
listen to any of that
pretty
shit.
good album.
Yeah, and then
It is.
and then
Pretty
Ascendancy.
metal.
Yeah, I like them. So
See, I was Ascendancy. Never heard of them before that. Ascendancy, good, amazing actually.
yeah.
Crusade.
Which album was it that he copied for you for your birthday?
What, Trivium?
Yeah.
Ascendancy.
Because I remember we were getting drunk as shit listening to that.
Oh, it was I think it was Ember to Inferno. Went way off Trivium, as a lot of people did during the Crusade.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think we've gone through all this before already, but did a lot of damage in their reputation, I think. And then Shogun and In Waves pulled it right back, especially In Waves. One of my favourite.
Egg whites.
Yeah. One of my favourite albums.
In Waves was
Yeah.
really good.
Fucking love it.
I mean, Shogun's a good album, but even that wasn't
Shogun's
enough
awesome.
for me to go, actually, no, I'm paying attention to this band again.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, In Waves made me sit up and take notice. It was like,
Which album came after?
In Waves?
Mm.
I
Was it-
Blue
so-
cover, weren't it?
Yeah.
Vengeance Falls.
Yeah. that's
Produced
it.
by the Disturbed singer.
Yeah.
That was alright.
I really like that album.
Strife, Brave the Storm, had some really, really amazing hooks. Obviously produced by the Disturbed singer. He had his influence. You
Good
can
old
really,
Drayman.
you can really hear that influence in Matt Heafy's like choruses and stuff. Yeah, it was different, but it was still Trivium. And then Silence in the Snow was just like a power, a Viking metal
Yeah.
sort of album. I don't
It
know,
was
but-
filled with like woes and O's.
Yeah,
and
I
just,
didn't like it when I
yeah,
first
yeah,
listened to
yeah.
it, but it grew on me.
all the O's.
Hearing it live was really good. They really pulled it off quite well. But yeah, that's my take on Trivium.
Who else? You got
What
anyone
else?
else?
Well, my main one was the U-turn on basically loving this band to really just go off them.
I find this interesting.
Your Demise.
Oh yeah, fair. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clockfell was saying,
You're-
oh yeah, it's a fucking good show.
Yeah, they got shit.
Yeah.
Really?
Their band name
really
became a reality.
just take off the Y and you have it.
Yeah. Wait, do you mean the R?
As in our demise.
Oh, I was thinking you meant you demo. Oh god, fuck it. Alright, whatever. I don't know. It's been a long day.
Right, first discovered these with the 2009 album Ignorance Never Dies. Has some fat fucking tracks in there, some really good
Some
breakdowns.
fat fucking track.
Yeah,
Fat
just
tracks. Burnt Tongues was
Burnt
on that.
Tongues, TF, The Clocks Aren't Ticking Backwards. It was with the old singer George Noble. Just these really fatty bass drops just before the breakdown. Like, it was a huge, well, it just had huge sections in it that were just chuggy, bouncy, real hardcore, heavy as fuck. Then something happened with the vocalists. Apparently, it came out later that he was really bullying one of the guitarists.
Alright.
So there was a bit of an in-band conflict. They kicked him out, despite probably being a better vocalist than the one they got in. Ed McRae, they got in
Oh yeah, I remember this.
for the next album. It was The Kids We Used to Be.
Yeah. Bit of a.
It seemed to go a bit more image-based and a bit more sort of about what they looked like, trying to follow so many trends and a certain image of like beanies and fucking baggy white t-shirts, all that like New York hardcore, trying to copy
Flat
like
top caps and stuff.
yeah, like These Nuts, basically trying to be them.
These nuts.
But it was still an alright album, still quite heavy, but you could hear the change, and it became a bit more pop punky influenced, I suppose.
Yeah.
And then they released, they went away for 2 years, came back with the Golden Age,
That's the last one they did, wasn't it? Yeah.
last full feature length album,
Yeah.
and it was just a pop punk album.
Yeah.
It was just shite.
But not good pop punk. Yeah.
No,
it was,
no.
Yeah.
Yeah, just really disappointing. It was like, where has that band from 2009 gone? It was like there was nothing heavy about it, nothing that resembled much of the old Your Demise. Yeah, it actually got onto Radio 1 and it seemed like that was what they were gunning for, and then just as they hit the mainstream, split up.
I actually saw a Made of Ale session that they did.
Yeah.
Just before they split up, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
Like the singer's voice sounded like it was completely going, and they were just sloppy as a band.
Yeah,
Completely.
I saw them live on the Golden Age tour.
Yeah.
So we were like, fuck it, let's just go, because we've never seen them before.
Yeah.
They played Burnt Tongues,
Yeah.
and it was the sloppiest. Like,
Like it sounded
You
like
know-
a cover of themselves. Sort of
yeah,
thing.
do you know that section where they've got that mad double bass in
Yeah.
that? All of it was off, and like how the guitars are really tight, they were just letting it ring over certain sections where they should have been cutting it short. So
Yeah.
it was like it wasn't sharp, it wasn't in time, it was just really all over the place.
Yeah.
And they just looked
It
interested
sounds
in
really
like
fucking messy.
it was
Yeah.
a mess. It was like trying to be a cover of their old selves. And just totally went off them. Had no time for them whatsoever. They released a little EP called Cold Chillin', about 6 tracks, and that was just the same sort of rubbish. And that was it. They split up.
And now you're a happier man for it.
Well, yeah, that sounds like they split for the right reason.
I just don't see why they couldn't continue as being an absolutely awesome hardcore band.
I would rather that we just do a let live. I know I was bitching about it last week, but just if you've got a conflict of interest, just don't even bother.
Yeah.
Don't because that sounds to me like that's
Just
what's
respectfully
happening.
bow out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, they were a hard-working touring band, so that might have had a bit to do with it.
I mean, what their career spanned only 4 years.
Yeah, they did a lot.
Yeah,
They and they were on it, and like hardcore Kid City, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, in the end, I think it just became more image focused. They cared about more what they looked like than what they were actually doing, and ended up not amounting to anything in the end, which is a shame. A lot of potential there, I think, was wasted. Just one more point about them. A lot of people, when these albums came out, everyone's commenting on YouTube going, "Get George back, get George back. We really want to hear George again." George leaving was the worst thing that ever happened to your demise. And the guitarist ended up putting out this huge statement, like about 3 paragraphs long, explaining what the internal conflict was. And it was like George used to I think it was like they've got like 2 guitarists. One is like a little bit more overweight, and it was that one. And there was a lot of bullying from the singer to him.
Right.
He would make him feel he'd belittle him, undermine him, trying to just being a cunt to him, basically. So the guitar.
Well, I did wonder how long it was going to be before one of us threw that out there.
So I think the guitarist put it to the band, and it was like me or him, and the rest of the band were like, "Okay, yeah, you've got a case. We're kicking him out. You can easily get. Well, I suppose you can get a new guitarist or a singer, but they felt that it was right for the evolution of the band to get rid of."
It's fair.
To get rid of George, even though he was a fucking amazing vocalist.
Right.
If
Make
he's bullying
less
one of your
prick,
band
really.
members,
It's not going to work out.
You've got to kick him out.
Yeah.
So he was saying, the criticism of Ed and everything. He said the band is in a much happier place now, and a lot of you don't understand what he put me through as a human being, because he was like making life a living hell for him.
Right.
And saying he's not looking forward to band practice anymore, going on tour with him.
Yeah.
He's just being absolutely.
You're going to be on tour with people. You got to be best buds.
Yeah.
It's just not going to work out.
Yeah. So, that all came to light anyway, and you sort of had no idea. So people going, "Oh yeah, we want George back." They sort of didn't understand the ins and outs of it all. So, that was my pick.
Okay.
Your demise, our demise, whatever you want to call them.
The demise.
The demise.
Yeah.
Just in time for us to listen to Metallica, Rob.
Yeah. That was your pick.
Right. So, sorry, am I...
No, I'm done.
Cool.
Yeah, that's all good.
Are you done? I've sort of got 2, but I didn't actually plan one that's for and against, essentially. I think I'm going to skip over this one because I think the first podcast I did with you guys, I spoke about Nishikari and how I'd completely thought, as you put it, Lisa, like a MySpace band.
Yeah.
And I believe they were just like this piece of shit that was just completely overrated. and then it turned out that they've now. It's the most important one to me because they've now become like easily in my top 5 of favourite bands. Like, it's that much a big deal to me. Absolutely love what they do.
It's a drastic change.
Yeah, that is such a swing, I think there are a lot of people out there that still, especially with them doing their 10-year anniversary at the moment, that still think that they are that sort of, MySpace.
It's quite amazing to think that people would still think that.
Yeah, and it's like I
They're
don't.
not that band anymore.
I can't get over how ignorant I was. It's weird to me that I was. What a piece of shit that I was. No, but it's cool because it was a nice experience to just like go through their albums and go, actually, this is a lot of great music that I've missed out on.
Yeah.
So that's the most valuable one to me. Now this one is going to take a bit of justification, but it's a good excuse for me to maybe try and push you guys and see what you think of it.
Here we fucking
Here we go. Right.
Get comfortable, boys.
I'm going to make an argument for this one, right? Attila.
I hope you've got a fucking good argument.
Right, what's
I've never heard them.
never heard them?
Nope.
Right, okay.
So I'm out
So
on
Leask,
this.
he's fueled with rage by the look on his face.
I have avoided them.
Right. Now, here's
So
I'm going
far.
to give you why I think you've avoided this band. All right. Here's 5 reasons why people hate Attila. Right. First off, they're essentially a deathcore band, and it's a genre that a lot of people have strong opinions of.
I'll take that one.
Right. One of the most important ones for me is they don't get it. They don't understand that it's basically a joke. It's fucking.
I thought they were a joke band.
Yeah, a lot of people think that they are the whole about this life, wearing the chains and all that shit, that they just think that they're gangsters. Like, a lot of people think that that's you're like,
They think that's real.
you're fuckboys in a metal band essentially. Like
Okay. I'll take that one.
right, yeah, all of the bad language, like the lyricism again is another point. It's just
Trash.
yeah, like okay, that's 2 points there, isn't it? So okay, we've got 4 points. And then the basic generic sound of them, it's very much just like chugging away. There's a lot of just, it's one note. It's like so that's sort of the stuff that goes against them.
Okay, so it's just 4 points. With
Yeah,
the fifth one.
because I put lyricism and swearing. Swearing is a different point, I guess, isn't it? Because it's just filled with swearing the whole way through. Yeah.
Okay.
So this like the whole motherfucker thing we were talking about last week.
Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah. Right, so my counter to this is that if you actually go and listen to their music, yeah, it's obnoxious, yeah, it's offensive, but it's
tongue in cheek.
it's tongue in cheek. But I don't understand how Limp Bizkit get a pass, but this band don't get a pass for a lot of people. It's the same thing. I know it's not the same style of music, but it's if you're watching Fred Durst and you're relating to it on a fucking deep level, what are you playing at? Like it's the same thing to me. Like it's a parody of like the hip hop culture and being like bragging about money and that and sort of degrading women. I'm not degrading women, guys. That whole thing again. Like, and the musicianship is fucking mental. Like the guitar work is just nuts across all of their albums. Some of the riffs, there's a couple of songs I'm going to point out that I'd like you guys to listen to, that have just got some of the coolest riffs, and it's like a mash of like Southern Pantera style riffs, but just done in a really like overly heavy mashup with like a Muir or something,
Okay.
It's Andrew WK on speed, basically. Like that's what it is, and they call themselves a party band, and like
I don't think you can call yourself a pipe band with Andrew WK
without
still being alive.
without him being in the band.
Yeah. I think they need to retract that immediately.
Yeah, and
I'll listen to it.
the other point I think people don't like is if you look at hip hop, I don't relate to it because a lot of it is kind of like showing off what you've got, and this is kind of parodying that culture. But Franz the frontman is a fucking like entrepreneur. Like the dude has got so many cars and a mansion that he's built himself. But this is all from starting a band, understanding what sells. I know you could call that a sellout if you want, but having a charity that he runs for sort of loads of different kinds of urban working class areas, having his own clothing line, and just and he's also got like his own management business where he runs different bands, and he actually gives out his phone number to give out advice and stuff, and it's working. It's like you've got a business model there that's clearly successful. In the same way that you could, whatever you want to say about Ollie Sykes, the dude knows how to be successful through all of the things that he does and markets outside of the music.
Yeah.
It's more than just a band, it's a brand. But yeah, they've got an album called Guilty Pleasure, and that album front to back, I'm going to talk about it maybe at some point in further detail, is just filled with fucking riffs and solos, and lyrics that just make me laugh. Like you don't listen to it, I would say listen to it whilst you're on a long drive as loud as you fucking can with your windows down. It's just like that. Like the first lyric on that album is turn this shit up loud, bang your head, don't be a fucking bitch. That's the first lyric on the album. And it's just like, yes, I'm all about it. I'm about that life. I like Attila, alright?
I
said it.
But you used to hate them.
Right, I've stuck to my argument, and I think that there's also a couple of other tracks, loads of them, but there's a song called Hellraiser that you'd fucking love. And then their new album, there's a song called Mosh Pit, which is like a drum and bass sort of like crossover, which is just so cheesy. Like it makes me sick. Like I feel dirty listening to it, but I originally hated them because I was on the other side. I was the one going, look at these fucking idiots. But turns out there's actually some quality there. There's more depth to this shallow piece of shit than you realise.
I can actually see why you would change your mind on them.
Yeah.
To be fair, you two guys might actually like them as well. I think for me, it's just not something I enjoy. Like, I get like the whole parody thing, and like you said, he's very fucking clever at selling them, and respect to him for that. It's just not something I enjoy. It bores me.
Yeah.
I listen.
That's the thing. The whole like chugging away. It's just to some people.
It's it's something that you either take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Like, I've never heard anyone go, yeah, they're all right. I've either heard people go, I fucking hate them, or no, actually they're really good. There's no middle ground.
They're
with
the
that band.
Marmite.
Exactly.
Alright, cool. Well, I'll give them a listen anyway.
Are they like a Steel Panther?
I would say that they are, but they're not. It's not as obvious.
Right,
Like they don't explicitly say that they're a joke band.
Okay.
They market themselves, we're a party band. It's the same way as some music is just meant to be tongue in cheek, but then some music is supposed to be all out parody, which is what Steel Panther is.
Yes.
So-
yes. Okay. Because
Yeah.
there's still like some genuine talent in Steel Panther.
Well, yeah, but there is the same with this band as well.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know how any person that's a fan of metal could listen to it and go, nah, they're a shit musician. Like, they can play their fucking
They
asses off.
can play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just the sort of thing you either enjoy or you don't.
I mean, you go see them live, and this is why I think another part against them as well is that we saw them in Nottingham, and it was just teenage girls. Like, it was like a Black Veil Brides kind of like niche of fans there, wearing t-shirts that say "suck my fuck" or whatever. Like they've got these shitty little taglines.
Fish is a fan.
Yeah, like it's so obnoxious, but they get it because it's
gonna
to
get
them
on
it's like
t-shirts.
rebellious, Whereas to most normal adults my age are just going to go, no, this is too juvenile. So
I am not wearing a "suck my fuck" t-shirt.
Yeah.
I just want to put that.
yeah, I fucked
Again.
your bitch. They've got that on a t-shirt. Like it's just, it's such a laugh.
Maybe a hat.
Maybe. Oh, okay.
All right.
Right. Should we move on to the game?
Yeah, unless anyone's got any quick ones. I got a quick one. Soulfly. There you go.
Yeah.
In which way?
From good to bad.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
All right then. Let's go on to the game.
Let's go on to the game.
Yeah, who wants to go first?
Prog Metal.
I'll go.
You'll go.
Oh,
Right.
Yeah, you've been
I can't fucking wait for this one.
He hates
God.
Prog Metal, and then suddenly he comes back 2
Suddenly.
weeks later. He's a different
He's
man.
addicted to prog
Well.
metal.
Saying I was going to be on a bit of a quest to Middle Earth. Well, into the fucking desert, mate.
Literally been to the desert.
Literally.
Alright, yeah, go on then. Who you got?
Right, my band of Myrath.
Myra.
Hailing all the way from Tunisia.
Yeah.
So, the sort of cultured man I am.
Right, innit?
Formed in 2001. This track is, or the clip is from a track called Madness.
Do you want to hear it?
Yeah,
I wanna hear it.
go on, I can't wait.
Okay. There you go.
That is pretty cool.
I just want to say 30 seconds isn't long enough for this band.
No, but again, good old Adolf Smith over there. Which let us have longer than 30 seconds for
Well,
a clip.
look, you've got tribal drumming in there. You've got really sort of these picking riffs, these really chuggy riffs. You've got in a 5-minute track. They give you a bit of everything. Heavier vocals, quite cheesy vocals most of the time, which I found with a lot of these prog bands was the similar theme. Was that I'd struggled to find one with a really decent heavy vocalist, like an Opeth or something like that.
Yeah,
But these have just got some really neat little sections that are just like, yeah, you know what, that's really good, really impressed and pleasantly surprised with prog.
Has it changed your mind on prog?
It has, because I went into this if you listen to last week's one, I wasn't looking forward to this. I was thinking that this is going to be a chore, but yeah, enjoyed it.
Excellent. I'm glad. Yeah, there's a lot of good music out there.
There really is.
It's just within some 5-minute tracks, there might only be 2 minutes worth of really decent music. So it does require a bit of patience, I find, but there are some gems, some absolute gems.
Build up to
those.
It
is the build up, and if you are patient enough, you do sort of get your reward with prog. I feel it's just if you've got the time to sit there and actually give it a proper go, then I think it's worth it on the whole. So yeah, that's my analysis of prog, and I'll see what else I can find, I suppose.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll go next, and my pick are Evergrey, and they're a bit more on the power metal side of progressive metal.
Interesting.
But yeah, this is what I found. I'll give you a listen.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Cool riffs, but the vocals are quite cheesy, clean, sort of power metal. I found a lot of that. So
I found a lot more power metal than I would have found what I think progressive metal is. Lots of different styles in one song. But yeah, these guys are from Gothenburg, Sweden. You can really hear sort of like in Flames.
Oh, the whole Gothenburg sound.
Okay.
The whole Gothenburg sound in there. But yeah, fucking huge solos everywhere.
Yeah.
Cool riffs all the way through.
Yeah.
I'll be giving them a listen.
Yeah, Evergrey. That song was called Passing Through, from their album The Storm Within, which was out last September.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
A lot of stuff, I think, like, because that to me sounds a lot like Dream Theater. Like their Dream, like, in a similar vein.
Yeah.
And the stuff that I was searching for ended up being a lot like sort of Train of Thought style. But yeah, just the vocals were the same. The music was widely, it's quite a wide range of different styles of music and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Oh, that was cool.
maybe someone else has got one with a bit of a different.
I think so.
Different vocalist.
For a nice change, mine hasn't got any singing, so
Yes.
no do. See, I'd like to point out that I think it's tricky to distinguish the difference between prog metal and tech metal. Is there really much of a difference there? Because you get, like, your clip, for example, didn't necessarily sound like, you're trying to find a 30-second clip within prog metal is hard, isn't it? So
Yeah, it fucking is.
to showcase all of the different shit going on, it's hard. So check this one out. This is my pick. This is Scale the Summit. They're an instrumental band. This song is called Odyssey from the album The Migration. Yeah, I mean, again, I chose that little section because it showed a transition, which was one of many transitions in that song. Their opening track on that album, it came out in 2013, sounds a bit like a band that I love called Minus the Bear, who are like a melodic tech pop band. essentially. They use a lot of like loop stations and delays and stuff, and it's all very much kind of just what we call fretboard masturbation, really. They say that their influences, just like the huge guitarists like sort of Joe Satriani, Steve Vai, and things like that, and here at Dream Theater as well. But yeah, I got a massive Dream Theater like vibe off that bit right there. But again, without the vocals. A friend of mine, he was trying to get me to Dream Theater for ages.
I think I know who your friend is.
Sorry, Josh. I know.
Oh no, it's not.
Okay, well,
he's Daniel McMahon.
Oh yeah, Danny Mac, he loves it. It's just, and I can see why. Like as a band, I remember watching their live DVDs, and it's just fucking brilliant.
Phenomenal musicians.
But I just can't get past the cheese of the vocals. Like
that's my issue with prog.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
actually, but
it is few and far between. I don't think it's ever going to be something that I'll ever call myself a hardcore prog fan, because
I think it's safe to say that you know more prog metal bands than the rest of us here.
Yeah, I mean there's a band that I've been going recently that are like that. I don't know if I was trying to remember what it was the other day. I was saying Peripheria, but it's not. It's Polyphia. We had one of their tracks on last week actually, and it's just that. It's just, and I enjoy it so much for like the amount of musicianship that's shown, but I haven't got to put up with all of the extra like concept, like Dreamland fucking DMT bullshit. And I love that because I just get to listen to the part about it that I enjoy.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
I'm being massively general here, but I'll check out more of their stuff. I think they're really good.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, Leask.
Right.
You go for us.
I went with a band called The Contortionist,
Hey.
who I'd never heard of before, but then I've never really delved into prog. I actually came across them when I was listening to some of the bands that are playing at Download this year, and The Contortionists are playing on the smallest stage. They are from America. They formed in 2007, I believe. The clip that I've got is from a song called, bear with me because I have forgotten what it is called. Arise, that was it. It was off of the album Language. I really struggled to find a 30-second clip that did this band justice.
I should imagine.
Because it's like Danny was saying, it's really difficult to find a clip that showcases everything that this band is about. Like in any prog band, like I mean, in this I've tried to get some of the clean vocals, some of the heavier vocals, and some sort of changes in there as well. I mean, stick it on.
Right.
Stick it on.
Fisher was so unimpressed at the beginning there.
Yeah, that improved halfway through.
That them changes in there.
Went a bit genty almost.
It goes everywhere.
Just give that album a listen, because I honestly don't know how to sum it up. But the first track on the album is really quite slow and really melodic. Second track is part 2, and it's really fucking heavy. Like there's hardly any clean vocals in there at all. It's just a very confusing album in places. Like if you're not prepared to have the patience to actually sit and listen to it, it is an album. Like as I'm sure you've all found listening to the albums that you were listening to, you need to take the time to take it in. 30 seconds is not enough.
Oh no, definitely not.
I really like the band. I
Those
just
are the rules.
what are the rules? I didn't enjoy that clip though, but I do like that band because some of they have moments like that, particularly at the end of it, where they go a bit techie, but it almost. I think the problem is with like prog music, and I was guilty with this in my old band. We were listening to a lot of stuff. When Boff comes on, I'm sure he's going to talk to you about before with Troy, who are a band that we both absolutely love. Yeah, all right. But there are moments that you just kind of go, all right, you're just sort of just showing off, aren't you? Like it's kind of just techie for the sake of it. Whereas I think every guitarist goes through a phase of being like mind blown by this stuff. and then you just go, all right, you can play a million notes a second, and you can play stupid polyrhythms and crazy tappy shit, but just write some good music, like, which is what led me out of metal and back onto the road for like mainstream pop music for a while, and just other stuff. Like, I just think that sometimes it gets to the point where you're like, all right, just dumb it down a bit. But there's a band called Animals as Leaders. I don't know if you've heard of them.
I've heard of them. Yeah,
I've heard them.
I can't even get my head around how the fuck they pull it off. It's just next level shit. But just pure example of like, I'll listen to that like once a year, thanks. Not every day.
They came through on related artists to Between the Buried and Me.
Yeah.
And it was like, holy shit, what is this?
Mm-hmm. They are insane.
Yeah.
They're like...
Yeah, maybe once, like you say, a once a year type.
Yeah.
It's not casual, easy listening, is it?
Mm.
So will everyone actually be going back and listening to the bands that they have found?
I'm going to be honest, right? We always say yeah, and then I never really do. I have a little bit, but I've been finding since doing this podcast, there's just so much good shit coming out all the time that
it's very difficult to find the time.
Yeah, well, and it's like I usually tend to want to listen to something more than once as well. So a lot of stuff that has been coming out, I've been repeat listening. So
I've
probably
Has anybody sort of checked out anybody else's recommendations?
I checked out like not this week, but Obey the Brave when we were doing hardcore. I was them for a little bit.
I requested them tonight for the music. I checked out Volumes.
Oh yeah?
No, I wasn't feeling them. No, not too much.
I listened to From Sorrow to Serenity, the gent band, my gent band.
Yeah.
I picked.
Yeah.
When I was talking to Carl the other day, he was saying that he really liked my industrial pick.
Yeah, if anyone's watching or listening on YouTube and that has found anything, like, feel free to comment and let us know. Because
if there's anything you think that we should be listening to, fucking throw it.
That's the point. We'd need a genre.
Oh,
we'll do this afterwards.
Oh mate.
All right, let's move on then to our.
Yeah, because we'll push for time.
Right.
You've got 7 minutes.
That's fine.
All right. First of all, last week.
There's no limit here.
The week before, I picked Feeding.
Oh yeah.
How'd you go on with that, Danny?
Oh, The Feeding.
Yeah.
By American Head Charge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I need to give it back to you actually, it's in my car.
Yes.
I actually was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
just good.
I'll take it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it much more than I thought I would. I thought the first track, Loyalty,
big tune.
fucking huge. Yeah, and it reminded me of, I know that they're a band that come afterwards, but it reminded me of Old Bridge quite a bit actually. Some of the like vocal melodies and the power, the riff, that like that, the whole bounce to it is definitely like that power rock thing.
Yeah.
Comes out swinging.
Yeah, it does. I can't say that I was like, I wouldn't call myself a massive fan, but I enjoyed it. The bass tone on the song Dirty was
Dirty.
self-descriptive, really. Like, what more can I say? Like, and I love that. I think actually my favourite song was the fifth one, which I talked about, called "Take What I've Taken." Is that what it's called? Yeah. Take, just take what I've taken. Reminded me of Deftones quite a bit actually. And
I can see that.
That like slow build that builds around the same rhythm, the same beat, and the whole riff is the same the whole way through. I'm like, okay, there's got 5 minutes into this, and I'm still not bored of it. And then it kicks in at the end with just fucking balls out, like an open version of that same riff, and I'm just like, yes, this is great.
Yeah.
So, and then also the vocals across the whole album like really blew me away. So yeah.
Excellent.
Cheers for being honest with them. I like it.
Good shout, Rob Smith. Fucking solid album, it really is.
Good.
Yeah. I have never owned that album.
Yeah.
And I've always preferred The War of Art. But listen back through this album, it's surprising to me how many songs I recognised and just know.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't realise that was that, because I'm not overly familiar with that album, or I didn't think I was, but it turns out
Probably from
actually
me playing it so much in the car. So.
Yeah, stuff like that. I knew a good 70% of those tracks. I was like, okay, I'm a lot more familiar with this album than I actually realised, and loved it. Yeah. So
Excellent.
good pick.
All right, go on, Leask. Who you got?
Right. Keeping in theme with prog,
Right.
Right, there were 2 albums. I couldn't decide which one to go with, and I've decided I am going to go with Blackwater Park by
Okay.
Opeth.
Yeah.
Have we all heard it?
Nope.
Yeah.
I have not.
Oh man, you are in for a treat.
Long time ago.
What was the other one?
How long ago is this album?
2005.
5.
Am I right in
4.
thinking that Opeth have sort of watered themselves down
Yes.
a bit? over
Yeah,
the
they
years?
are now they were fairly black metal
Yeah.
to begin with. They are now just out and out prog, which isn't a bad thing because they can play like fuck. Blackwater Park is the album that got me into Opeth in the first place.
Yeah, same.
And it is an album that you can't really have on as background music.
Mhm.
You need to just be able to sit and listen to it because some of these tracks on here are 12 minutes long.
Right.
Um,
Right.
it is a beast.
You cannot wait.
Yeah.
You, even if his vocal range is incredible. Whether it's his screamier vocals or whether it is his clean singing, he can really sing. If you were to even take the vocals away and you just listen to them play, musically they're incredible. I don't care whether you're an Opeth fan or not. I defy anybody to come back and say that they can't play because they really fucking can. The opening track, the Leper Affinity, it changes so much throughout. It just blows me away every fucking time. I mean, you've not listened to it for years.
I've got it somewhere.
Have you heard it, Fisher?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the funeral portrait?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. That's the album I'm thinking. Fucking awesome.
It is a really good album.
Yeah, it is really heavy.
If I remember rightly, I definitely enjoyed some of their tracks, but found a lot of it to be a bit on the bleak side, kind of.
Oh, you could say that.
Yeah.
Don't listen to them in the summer; it will depress you.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, draw the
Definitely
curtain.
Maybe coming
raining
off that
when they
Paramore
were-
album, I'll enjoy it because I kind of it's made me all shiny and I need to get the goth out of me again. So yeah.
Just draw the curtains on a rainy day, really, and
Yeah.
stick it on.
It is an incredible album. There isn't a single bit. I can listen to that album now and not get bored at all. Even listen to a 12-minute song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
Favourite track?
That was a sigh.
I really like the Leper Affinity because it does change so much. It is really, really heavy, and there are just some really cool riffs in there as well.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely fantastic. I'll save my other album for next time. It's my All Killer.
Okay.
Who's next All Killer?
Me.
You?
Mm.
Excellent.
Or
Alright.
maybe Boff actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he might be here next time.
Okay.
Cool.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, so homework is Opeth.
Oh.
And we'll pick a band.
We'll pick a
Oh, and
track.
Attila.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again,
I'll give you some songs.
Excellent.
Alright, well, look at this for timing.
How's this?
To the second.
Oh, look at that. You told me I had 7 minutes. I fucking crammed that in there, didn't I? I did not do that album justice, but fuck you, we're on 2. We're
Right.
on 2 hours? Yeah.
Thanks for all the listens.
Yeah.
And all that tuned into the live stream. We had 20 people.
Holy
Did
shit.
we?
20
Who
Holy
are you
shit.
people?
Yeah. See, can you believe it?
Christ.
And don't report us for the anti-Semitism. Thanks.
And the rest.
Yeah. And everything else.
We're sorry.
Don't mean it.
Yeah.
Bye.
See you next time.
See ya.
Ciao.